Welcome to Soul Growth Stories, where we explore the hidden depths of human emotion and the path to personal freedom. Meet Luca, a young carpenter with hands of gold and a heart so soft it could not hold a grudge. He believed that saying yes was the only way to be loved, fearing that refusal would leave him entirely alone. From sunrise to sunset, he worked tirelessly for others, fixing fences and building chairs, often forgetting to feed himself properly. Neighbors noticed his inability to refuse, bringing him endless tasks while offering nothing but empty praise or cheap, unfair payment. The burden of their demands grew heavier each day, pressing down on his shoulders like a physical weight he carried. He accepted every request with a smile, hiding the growing exhaustion that was slowly eating away at his vibrant spirit. Wealthy clients haggled over pennies, knowing Luca would eventually cave in just to avoid the discomfort of a difficult conflict. Inside his workshop, surrounded by sawdust and silence, Luca wondered why his kindness felt more like a curse than a gift. He was surrounded by people who needed him, yet he felt completely invisible, as if he were just a tool. One evening, his hands trembling from fatigue, Luca realized he had nothing left to give, not even to his own soul. Desperate for answers and peace, he left the village behind, walking toward the river where the old hermit was known to live. The sound of flowing water soothed his mind, promising a wisdom that the noisy, demanding village could never provide for him. There sat the hermit, eyes closed in meditation, radiating a stillness that made Luca feel safe enough to share his troubles. Luca poured out his heart, explaining how he gave everything to everyone but received only emptiness and exhaustion in return. The old man nodded slowly, stood up and pointed to two clay bowls resting on a flat stone near the water. One bowl was perfect and glazed, while the other was old, unpolished, and covered in a web of deep, dark cracks. The hermit instructed Luca to fill both bowls with river water and bring them back to the stone without spilling. Luca dipped the perfect bowl into the stream, easily capturing the cool water and placing it safely on the stone. He then took the cracked bowl, filled it to the brim, and rushed to the stone, trying to save the water. But no matter how fast he moved, the water poured out through the cracks, leaving the bowl empty and dry. Frustrated, Luca tried again and again, but the result was always the same: a wet hand and an empty clay vessel. Breathless and confused, Luca looked at the hermit and admitted that the task was impossible because the bowl was broken. The hermit smiled gently and asked Luca why he blamed himself for the water spilling when the bowl was clearly flawed. He explained that some people are like the cracked bowl. They are incapable of holding the love and kindness you offer. It is not a failure of the water, nor a failure of your effort, but a limitation of the vessel itself. You exhaust yourself trying to fill them, hoping they will finally be satisfied, but they are simply unable to be full. The hermit told him that he must stop pouring his precious energy into places where it will only drain away. You were not born to be convenient for others. You were born to share your gifts with those who value them. Luca looked at the cracked bowl one last time, understanding that he could not fix what was broken in others. He returned to the village with a new light in his eyes, ready to build a life based on mutual respect. The next time a neighbor demanded free work, Luca stood tall, looked them in the eye, and firmly said, "No." The leeches were angry and left, but Luca felt a massive weight lift off his chest, allowing him to breathe freely. With his energy restored, he created his best work yet, attracting clients who admired his skill and paid him fairly. He realized that by setting boundaries, he was not pushing people away, but making space for the right ones to enter. True freedom begins when you stop fighting for a place in the lives of those who do not cherish your presence. Protect your energy and pour your love only into the vessels that are whole enough to hold it with care. Thank you for watching Soul Growth Stories. Subscribe for more lessons on life, self-worth, and the journey to inner peace.